This AI can predict your death date, and it's 96% accurate. February 16, 2047, 2:23 p.m. That's exactly when you're going to die. This isn't some fortune teller talking. This isn't a doctor with a terminal diagnosis. This is artificial intelligence that has analyzed your every step, every heartbeat, every purchase at the store, and it knows you better than you know yourself. Today we're diving into the darkest side of artificial intelligence, technology that can determine how long you have left to live with frightening accuracy. We'll discover how these algorithms of horror work, why millions of people voluntarily receive their death sentences, and most terrifyingly, how corporations are already secretly using this data to decide your fate. Get ready to learn the truth that will make you look at every device in your home in a completely new way. Right now, as you're watching this video, your phone is collecting data about you. Your pulse through the camera, voice analysis through the microphone, movement patterns through the accelerometer. Every day, thousands of data points. And you think this is for your convenience? You're wrong. It's to count your remaining days. Meet Death Clock, an app that has turned death prediction into an exact science. Its creator, Brent Franson, isn't a doctor or a psychic. He's a programmer who trained artificial intelligence on data from 1,200 specific studies and 53 million death cases. The result? An algorithm that knows you better than you know yourself. But how does this work? Imagine AI analyzes not just your medical data, it studies your bank transactions, whether you buy alcohol, how often you order fast food, whether you spend money at the gym. It analyzes your social media posts, depressive thoughts, stressful situations, relationship quality. Even how you hold your phone can reveal information about your health condition. Modern research shows AI can predict human lifespan simply by analyzing their bank operations. Buying cigarettes every 2 days? -3 years. Regular spending on medical drugs? The algorithm already knows your diagnosis. No sports-related purchases? Another -2 years. And what's most terrifying, the accuracy of these predictions grows every day. If 5 years ago AI was right 70% of the time, today it's already 96%. In a year, it'll be greater than 97%. And what happens when accuracy reaches 100%? But can a machine really know the exact moment when a human heart will stop? And if it can, what does this mean for all of us? A group of scientists from Denmark created a model called Life 2Vec, AI that can predict not just death, but all key events in a person's life: divorce, illness, job changes, even mental disorders. This algorithm was trained on data from 6 million Danes, including medical records, work history, banking records. The results are terrifying. AI predicts death of young people aged 35 to 65 with 78% accuracy. For elderly people, accuracy reaches 96%. But how is this possible? The secret is that death isn't random. It's the result of thousands of micro decisions we make every day. AI sees patterns that are beyond human comprehension. It notices that people who buy certain products in certain combinations die on average 7 years earlier. It says that a 0.3% change in heart rhythm over a month predicts a heart attack in 2 years. Dr. Sun Lehmann from the Technical University of Denmark admitted, "We were shocked by the accuracy of our predictions. AI sees death long before medicine notices it." But he also added something even more frightening. We don't know exactly how it does this. The algorithm makes decisions we can't explain. Yes, you understood correctly. Machines can predict our death, but we don't understand exactly how they do it. It's like living next to an oracle who knows your father but speaks in a language you don't understand. What happens to a person when artificial intelligence tells them their date of death? And should we even know this information at all? Maria, 34 years old, received a prediction 23 years of life. "I couldn't sleep for 3 weeks. Every morning I woke up thinking, one more day closer to the end. I quit my job and spent all my savings on travel. Then I realized I wasn't living life, I was living a countdown." Joe, 41 years old. "AI gave me 28 years. I started smoking more, drinking more. Why preserve health if everything is already predetermined? 6 months later, I ended up in the hospital with a heart attack. The doctor said a little more and the prediction would have come true much earlier." Psychologists call this predetermination syndrome. Learning their death date, people either panic and start destroying their lives, or conversely become reckless, believing their fate is already decided. A Harvard University study showed 23% of people who learned their death prediction began experiencing suicidal thoughts within the first month. 15 seek psychiatric help. 67% radically change their lives, quit jobs, get divorced, spend all their money. But most terrifying is the self-fulfilling prophecy effect. People who learn they'll die young actually start dying earlier. Not because AI predicted it, but because they destroy their own health by believing the prediction. The human psyche isn't adapted to knowing the exact date of death. This knowledge breaks people from within. We see rising depression, anxiety, disorders, family breakdowns. AI doesn't just predict death, it accelerates it. If you're enjoying this video, hit the like button, but only if you're ready to learn an even more horrifying truth. But the most terrifying thing isn't that you can find out your death date. The most terrifying thing is that others already know it, and they're making decisions about your life based on this data. An anonymous employee from one of the largest insurance companies told us the truth. We've been using AI analysis for 3 years. The algorithm studies clients' social media, their purchases, medical records. If the prediction shows death in the next 10 years, insurance is either denied or costs 5 times more. Clients don't know about this. Banks also use this technology. The algorithm predicted you will die in 15 years. You won't get a 20-year loan. Want a mortgage? First pass the lifespan test, though they won't tell you about it. Employers are even scarier. Larger corporations buy data from information brokers. Before an interview, AI has already analyzed your lifespan. Why hire an employee who will die in 10 years when there's a candidate who will live 30? Even in medicine, this technology works against patients. A doctor from a private clinic admitted, AI helps us prioritize. If 2 patients have identical symptoms, but the algorithm shows one will live 5 years and another 25, we treat the one with better chances first. And most horrifying, all this happens in a legal gray zone. No one prohibits companies from using AI predictions. No one protects people from discrimination based on algorithmic lifespan. You don't even know that your fate has already been decided by a machine. According to MIT research, 73% of major corporations already use AI to analyze employee and client viability. 89% of banks apply mortality algorithms when issuing loans. 94% of insurance companies have access to lifespan prediction technologies. We live in a world where your value as a human being isn't determined by your qualities, but by a machine's prediction of how long you'll live. But what we see now is only the beginning. While we debate ethics, technology develops at cosmic speed, and the future awaiting us is scarier than any nightmare. The new generation of AI is no longer limited to medical records and behavioral data. They analyze your genome. Every mutation, every genetic marker becomes part of the death sentence. Prediction accuracy will reach 99.7% by 2027. Your smartphone will become a death laboratory. The refrigerator will analyze what you eat. The smart toilet will study your biological waste. The air conditioner will determine your sleep quality. Even your toothbrush will transmit data about your teeth and gums to the high algorithm. Your car will know how you drive, how much you stress in traffic, how often you speed. Every trip, new data for the algorithm. Every route, a step closer to exact prediction. Stanford is developing AI that predicts death by analyzing voice during a 30-second conversation. MIT is creating an algorithm that determines lifespan by analyzing walking patterns. European scientists are working on a system that will predict death by analyzing sleep. By 2030, every person on the planet will have their mortality index calculated by AI. This number will determine everything: where you can work, what insurance you'll get, whom you'll marry, which schools your children will attend. We're moving toward a world where people will be divided not into rich and poor, but into longer livers and shorter livers, where your value will be determined not by who you are, but by how many years artificial intelligence predicted you'll live. You know what's most terrifying? We're building this world ourselves, voluntarily giving away our data every second. So we live in a world where artificial intelligence can predict the date of our death with frightening accuracy. 125 million people have already received their death sentences. Corporations secretly use this data against us, and we ourselves, day by day, feed the algorithm new information about ourselves. Every movement you make, every purchase, every heartbeat, it all becomes part of your death equation. You think you control your life? But machines have already decided when it will end. But maybe this is the next stage of human evolution. Maybe knowing the exact date of death will help us better live our remaining time. Or is this a sentence that will destroy the very essence of human existence? February 16th, 2047, 2:23 p.m. Remember these numbers? Now you know they're not just random digits. They're the result of analyzing everything you did while watching this video.